Hello my dear students, welcome to computer science class. In our previous video classes, we have seen how to write the program to find the largest element and its position in a given array. In this video class, let us see the next program, how to write the program to find the second largest of n numbers in the given array. So this program let us study. So here comes the header files, that is iostream, conio.h and iomanip.h. These are the header files we have included, followed by the main function, wherein here this is the program to find the second largest. Okay, the second largest of a numbers in the array we need to find. So herein I have taken the two variables, that is the largest as well as the second largest, and then we have taken the array of size 50, okay, of data type integer, and the variables I have taken because of the for loop. Okay, then I have taken the n variable in order to read how many elements. Okay, so for these I have taken all these elements, then followed by the clear screen. Then I am asking the user how many elements they want to enter. Like the size of the array is 50, but we need to still, the user may not wish to enter all the 50 elements. He or she may enter just 5 or 10 elements. So that whatever the values they are entering will be stored in a variable n. So as per this example, see here it has been asked how many elements. The user is wishing to enter only 5 elements. So this value is being stored in a variable known as n. Again, the next statement here is, I am asking the user to enter the elements. See, after the size, definitely we should ask for the array elements. So here the user enters 10, 20, 50, 40 and 30. With the help of the for loop, we are able to store at 0th location 10, first location 20, second location 50, then the third location 40 and the fourth location as 30. So with the help of for loop. What is this explanation? Everything is being taught in the previous video, students. So kindly observe in that video. So code remains the same. After reading the elements, we are storing in the memory. We are reading and the elements are being stored in the computer memory. Now what is the logic? How to find is, we need to assume the first element to be the, before we assuming, first we are comparing the first two elements, whether 10 is greater than 20. Here directly we cannot take 10 and 20. With the help of array subscript we need to compare. We know that at 0th location 10 is placed, at first location 20 is placed, and how to access these elements with the help of array subscript, that is a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and this is a of 4. I need to compare the values what is there in a of 0 and a of 1. Suppose if a of 0 is greater than a of 1, that means if the 10, a of 0 in the sense I am actually referring to the value that is 10, a of 1 when I am referring, I am actually referring to the value that is 20. If a of 0 is greater than a of that is a of 1 means whether if 10 is greater than 20. If so, assume 10 to be the largest and assume 20 to be the largest. This way we are comparing the first two values. As per this, the code is written here. If a of 0 is greater than a of 1, if this condition is true, then only assume a of 0 to be the largest and a of 1 to be the second largest. As per this, now this is a of 0 and this is a of 1. Whether 10 is greater than 20, the condition false. Once if this condition fails, definitely these true part of the statements will never execute. In fact, the control goes to the else part. That means the false part of this if statement. What is there in the false part? They are assuming a of 1 to be the largest and a of 0 to be the second largest. As per this, they are assuming 20 to be the largest, because A of 1 in the sense that is 20, because the positions of array subscript starts from 0. This is 0th position, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So therefore A of 1 is being assumed to be the largest and A of 0 is assumed to be the second largest. I hope you are able to understand. So as per this one, I am assuming 20 to be the largest and 10 to be the second largest. After that, I need to compare the next elements. Am I right? I need to compare this with the largest. The largest value I need to compare with the next succeeding elements. So therefore, here we have already assumed. Therefore, I have to start my looping structure. I need to traverse from one location to the another. Therefore, the counter variable has been set at the second position and it should be less than the n value. As per this, the n value is 5. Less than n means it has to iterate only up to the fourth location. Understood? Then I am comparing if A of I is greater than largest. That means this one, this element. A of I means I is pointing to the second location. If this is the larger than the largest, if this value is larger than the largest, then assuming largest to be the second largest, assuming A of I to be the largest, else vice versa we are doing. That's how we are able to get the largest and second largest. This half of this particular program I'll explain by the tracing so that you can clearly understand. I hope the first half the explanation is clear. Moving to the tracing part, children, here. Now I have assumed the values here as 10, 20, 30 and 50. Okay, wherein I have taken the n size as 4 I have taken. So this is an array subscript A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3. 0, 1, what they are? Actually they are representing the, that is, positions. Okay, now as per the code I need to assume either 20 to be the largest or 10 to be the largest, but for that I need to compare. See here, I am just starting giving the explanation right from this particular statement. I am giving the explanation here. Here what it is, if A of 0 is greater than A of 1, it is asking. As per this, what is A of 0? 10. What is as per this? A of 1 is 20. Whether 10 is greater than 20, children, the condition is false. Once this condition is false, this part of statements will never get executed. In fact, the false part of the statements will execute, wherein we are moving the value of A of 1 to the variable largest and we are moving A of 0 value in the second largest element. So what is there in A of 1? That is 20. Since it is an assignment operator, assignment always takes place from right hand side to the left hand side. So therefore the largest will now hold the value as 20 and the second largest it is holding, that variable is holding the value as 10. I hope this explanation is clear. Moving on to, after assuming the largest and the second largest, I need to compare the rest of the values, isn't it? And I need to traverse from the second location to the less than n value. Because since the n value is 4, we need to traverse up to 3. That is why I is starting from the second location. It should be less than n size means less than, it should be 4. Then up to third location we need to iterate. So what is the current value of I? I is pointing to 2. So as per this program, I is pointing at the second location. I should be less than n, I plus plus. As per this, I is pointing to the second location. Okay, 2 is less than the 4. That is n value. Yes. If it is so, what they are comparing? They are comparing A of I and the largest. See, among these two we got to know which one is the largest and the second. Maybe in the rest of the values there may be a second largest or there may be a different one, largest one. So the value changes, isn't it? So therefore what we are checking is, if this A of I means that is the next element. I is pointing to the second location, so therefore I have marked it here for your reference. So if A of I is greater than the largest, so A of I in the sense I current location is 2. A of I in the sense I am actually referring to the value, that is 30 is greater than largest. According to this part, whatever we have assumed, What is the largest value? That is 20. That is whether 30 is greater than 20 it is asking. Yes, here the condition is true. If this condition is true, 30 is greater than 20 condition is true. What I am assuming? The new value, this a of I am assuming as the largest, and whatever the largest value is there, I am assuming it as the second largest, because 30 is greater than 20. Definitely this one would become the first largest and this will become the second largest. So that is what I have written in the programming form. Whatever the variable the largest it is holding, no, that I will rewrite in a variable known as second largest. Previously second largest was holding the value 10, no. When I execute this particular statement is executed, so second largest will erase this 10 value and it will hold the new value as 20. Now when the largest value is moving the its value to the second largest, then after that what I am doing, whatever is there in a of I am assuming it to be the largest. That means the value, what is a of I is holding? A of I is holding 30. So 30 will be held by the variable known as largest. So therefore we got a new largest value, that is 30, and we got a new second largest value, that is 20. So after this, else part will never execute. If this condition satisfies, and then true part of the statements will execute, false part will never execute. After that what happens? I gets incremented, because we are still executing in the for loop. So when I gets incremented, definitely I will start pointing to the third location. So I is pointing to the third location. So coming to this part here, children, I is pointing to 3. As per the condition, 3 is less than 4. Therefore, I is pointing here. Again, we need to check whether if I have to check this third value with the largest value. So, if a of I is greater than largest, again the same condition. If a of I is greater than largest, what is there in the a of I? I is currently pointing to the third location. That means here. So a of I in the sense 50. What is the latest value of the largest value? That is 30. So whether 50 is greater than 30, we are checking. Yes, the condition is true. If this condition is true, I need to assume 50 to be the largest, and we get the second largest as 30, isn't it? Therefore, whatever the previous value of largest is there, that is 30, is getting moved into the variable that is second largest, and whatever the new value that is there in the a of I is getting moved in the largest. So when we write such statements, the previous value of the largest will be erased and the previous value of the second largest will be erased, and it accepts the new value. Now therefore at this point of a time, we got second largest to be the 30 and the next largest to be as the 50, and then we are closing it. So else part will never get executed at all, because these are the true part. So after this point, what happens? Again the I gets incremented. So this for loops keeps on iterating until the condition fails. As per this, I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely I will start I will hold a value that is 4. As per the given condition, what does it is? 4 is less than 4. Yes, the condition is true. Once this condition is true, then we are not iterating. Again, this part of this code will never execute. That means what? As per the program, this else part will never execute. So till here we got executed. After that, what happens? Once this for condition is fails, control automatically jumps to the next statement apart from the for structure. So the control comes here where it is printing the largest is equals to and printing the largest value and the second largest. As per this, when we execute, we got the latest value as the largest as 50 and the second largest value as 30. So as per this array elements also, the first largest is 50 and second is 30. But what we need to have, they are asking you to find the second largest of a n numbers in the given array. That's how we got this particular largest as well as the second largest. I hope children the explanation was clear. So this program is very simple. I want you to try with the different values and check it out the tracing. Okay. Now let me explain, let me execute this particular program for you all. Coming to the command prompt here, we have the program here wherein we have the second largest program code. See the same array in largest, second largest variables I have. How many elements? N, enter the elements. So this part explanation I have skipped because every time the same explanation is to be given. I hope by now you can understand. So this is where we are comparing the first and the second value of the array, that is A of 0 and the A of 1. Okay, and finally we are getting the largest and the second largest. So first two when we assume, and then we are start comparing the largest value with the succeeding values, that is. So I loop is starting at 2. Okay, code remains the same. And finally we are printing the largest and the second largest. So let me execute this program. So I'll just compile here. When I compile, I got 0 errors, and I'll just run the code. So here, so it's asking me how many elements. I'm going to enter the 5 elements. Then it's asking me to enter the elements. Here I'm going to enter 45. I'm going to enter 2, 67, okay, and 99, okay, and then 1. So these are the elements we are going to. So these are the elements. So when I press enter here, it should give me the second largest and the largest. So largest is 99 and the second largest number is 67. This is how the program executes. So let me execute another program here. I'll just run the code once again for the sample input. So here I'm going to give only 3 elements. I'll give 3 elements. So here I'll give 56, I'll give 5, and I'll give 8. So when I execute, I got the largest number to be as 56 and second largest to be as 8. I hope children the concept is clear to you. So take the different set of values and trace the program. Thank you students. Take care of yourself.